I think it's a cautionary tale, but it's not necessarily a new privacy story. For my own, I think I posted recently, I went to high school with the CEO, and, this was at Foxborough Stadium. And this is a place where, since we were kids in high school, we were going, and kiss cams aren't a new thing. Perhaps like some of the issues related to the advance in the technology and facial recognition might be a new story. But essentially, the fact that this has rippled through the internet, I think I even saw something like there was a report on this, connecting, because I looked up my high school, right? I didn't know Andy Byron well, but it was a small high school that we went to. And so people knew to be discreet, right? Otherwise, the entire town would know all your business. And so I think it's just another cautionary tale that the scale of the world that we have. It's a tale as old as time that there's gossip and you need to be discreet, but based on how connected we are and how much data and metadata is being collected and how these stories can then, a little bit like one moment essentially caused the picture to be picked up, and then, people can easily link that to where you work, and then they can check your LinkedIn and see what your position is. And then people who get really in the weeds can connect to people that are connected to them and get dirt on them. And, I even saw something where somebody old, who lived on Lord Lane with them, said that he got into a fight with him when he was younger. The person wasn't named, but everyone can pile on, and it just becomes way more of a conversation and occupies the attention. I don't know how much this is going to continue. Hopefully it will die down, but the ramifications that the Byron family are going to be dealing with, and the divorce is going to be, there's plenty of data for his wife to act on in the divorce. So I do see it as a privacy story based on the scale and the amount of people and how global it was involved. But it's also sort of a sense of what the town platform is, right? So you come from a small town, the world's become a small town. So you've got to be way more careful. And part of that is not necessarily kiss cams, but now everybody has a kiss cam in their pocket. And so I looked through my yearbook. It's not digitized, thank God, but there's a lot of details that people shared back then. And I think that is really sort of, especially as a parent, it's an instructive lesson on being discreet, making good choices, and just also realizing that a moment like a lapse in judgment can impact so many more people than you think it can. And so act accordingly.